talking to Mr. Michael Williams, Mr. Cole, and Mr. JThrealkill. And let's start off with you, Mr. Williams, by having you to make some statements in reference to your organization or mentoring or however you wish to approach it over the next couple of minutes.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Haney. Well, we try to target young black males in our community, which mostly we grow up without male figures in our household. So if we take the time to give them those basic attributes, those skills, those life skills, how to be a young man, how to be a gentleman, how to carry yourself in a sense. So we take these things and even instill dedication, discipline in these individuals. So it's more than just being there, it's teaching in the same breath. So this is an approach that we come at, and also awareness, because you got to know your history. So when it comes down to it, you want to be able to know where you come from and where you're going.
Mr. Cole?
You know, Dr. Haney, I really feel like that our community, for our young black African-American young men, we have a problem with self-image. Our young men grow up, they don't really know about self. We're talking about self-image. We're talking about self-esteem, self-awareness, self-development. And that comes from the home. And that comes from being able to watch a man in a home, or watching other men that you may look up to or as a role model, and to develop your own personality. And it just seems like there's not enough of that. There's not enough character building. And one thing the Unique Gents try to do is to build character in young men and help them to understand how to carry themselves. And there's so many topics that these young men we can talk about in our mentoring sessions, because these young men need to know that how to treat a woman. The young men need to know how to carry themselves. And a lot of these things that you see in the news currently are things that we're trying to teach our African-American young men. And what helps us be able to teach them is that when they do see it on the news and it's actually happening, then we can bring it back to the table in our mentoring sessions and show these young men, okay, this is the way you should handle this situation. And it's usually very helpful, a helpful tool. But we just try to get as many young men as we can on board to show them and to teach them some of the things that we were taught by Edward Junebug Mullins, who was the founder of our organization when we were young men.
Mr. JThrealkill?
Yes, sir. And Mr. Cole and I represent a coalition of former classmates, former teammates that we all played sports with in the East Nashville community at East High School. And we had individuals who paved the way for us to have examples of success. We are trying to connect the young people today with the history of the civil rights movement and all the things that went into place to help them have access to